We move on to the Merciless World, and literally 29 all the way through to what I'm currently writing, and I'm missing book 3 launches this summer, which is why 47 is missing. And this is the start of a trilogy. All of this is the Merciless World. So that's a huge chunk, and you can tell that I was obsessed with it, and I've been writing in it for 4 years. I highly recommend, if you're wanting to read this world, to actually start with Carter's story, which is my most popular and my most polarizing. Here is a sneak peek as to why. These two are unrequited love. This one, Sebastian and Chloe, I actually wrote mid this series here because Carter is a child. He's Sebastian's much younger friend, and it explains the world very, very well and was inspired by the Kitty Genovese case in the 80s. Daniel is his brother, and this book takes place almost like a prequel. Like it sets up a lot of the current world, whereas this set up the world that Carter was in when he was a child. So you have a lot of like a good love stories, but in terms of the world, these are almost prequels. Although once you've finished reading All He'll Ever Be, they add so much information, and it definitely is a different experience. All He'll Ever Be, or these 4 books together, are a mafia romance where he kidnaps the enemy's daughter in order to start a war, and there is heavy BDSM. These are colored by darkness, and it is my darkest that I've ever written so far. Jace is his brother, and in timeline order, it does come next. And this is an enemies to lovers with fire play. She holds their family, the Cross brothers, responsible for her sister going missing. Lots of emotion here, very sexy with fire play. Yes, fire. Seth is the muscle man and also really good friends with both Declan and Jace, the 2 brothers. So this is a Sons of Anarchy inspired because I hated the last season romance. It's 4 stories, very emotional. It's a roller coaster ride. And book 1, the ending is rather dark. So go right into book 2 if you can. Then we have Delilah's story, which is not in timeline order, but I love reading it in this moment because of the experience that you get. It's a love triangle between the villain of this world, who is a serial killer, an FBI agent, and Delila is the lawyer who is caught in between. Lots of buildup in book 1, and then it's a roller coaster ride. And book 3, this is probably my favorite book that I've ever written if we're going to look at just singles. Ella is mentioned in Seth's stories. You don't know her story in particular. She's very wealthy. She is a socialite who went through something and she needed a conservatorship. His brother's company, who are formerly bodyguards, but also have psychologists on hand and psychiatrists, they're hired to take care of her. There is a power imbalance and BDSM at play. Forbidden Romance, book 3 comes out actually this month. Declan's story starts years and years later.